how's it going? My name's John McLennan. Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm here with GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson, and we're looking at a classic today, Another Brick in the Wall. I'm going to break down that A section and the B section, and we're also going to look at that outro solo. We're going to steal some of those licks. So be sure to click the link below so you can get the tab and follow along with this video lesson. And let's zoom in and break it down. Here we go. So right at the top we begin on the A section, and there's a few things going on. There's a funk guitar part doing something like this. And then there's some octaves kind of with distortion going. So let me show you first just sort of this funk guitar part. So I'm on a D minor here, and that's at the 5th fret. It's a bar chord. I'm playing 5, 7, 7, 6, 5. And I'm muting the 6th string, getting a nice clean tight sound. And so this D minor actually lasts for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bars before we go to the G. So it's like, we don't need no invitation. So there's a way that you can kind of just keep that funk rhythm going like that, and then we switch to a G chord. Now if you want to try combining like that melody with the chords, that's probably how I would do it. So I would start on the 5th fret with that D note, same as my chord, and then I'd put my pinky on the 7th fret, 3rd string. And that's an octave, so I would play that note and deaden the string next to it, and then play the next note here, muting all the other strings. So I would go, if I count where my first finger is, I'm going to go 5, 7, 8, 7, so that would be like, you know, and it goes with the melody. We don't need no, you know. And then the second measure would go, same notes, different rhythm. So it'd be like, and then for the next 2 bars, maybe I do that rhythm. 1 and 2. So what I'm doing there is like 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so it's a very 16th note, you know, funk. It might be a good exercise for you to just go through the song and just put your right hand on muted notes like this. Just kind of get that. That's what I'm thinking. Ticka, 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 ticka. Just those 16th notes is like the motor. And that would be the A section. Nice work on that A section. Let's move on to the B section now. Now for the B section, we move on to a G chord. And that G is going to be 3, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3. Kind of just your stock bar chord. And then it's that, hey, teacher, because we're alone. the B section there. So there's a few guitar parts. One's kind of on top here. It sounds like it's just doing all 16th notes like this. You know, and so that's just like a D chord, right? But relocated to the 7th fret, which at that point it becomes a G. D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G. See what I did there? So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. So all still you're just staying on the G, like 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 bars. Leave those kids alone. Okay, now we go back to the D minor after that, and then he does some cool funky triads, you know. Leave those kids alone. So what that is just going back and forth between some triads up here on the top 3 strings. I've got 10, 10, 10. And then I moved back basically to a 8, 8, 9, which is a C triad. So that's the first part. D minor, C, D, D. And then C, C. And that's like a D chord, but again at the 7th fret, so it's a G. And then move it down a whole step to an F, or it could be thought of as still. I mean, I kind of think of all of that as D minor, because really, if you look at an F triad, it's just the top. You could think of it as a D minor 7. You know? So, okay. So let's do 4 bars of G into that funky riff. So. Leave those kids alone. Okay, then I immediately jump down to an F bar chord. And that would be 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. And this is the so all in all you're just another brick in the wall. All in all you're just another brick in the wall. So I went from an F to a C bar chord there, which would be 3, 5, 5, 5, and just barring across. Sometimes I'll use my pinky, sometimes I'll use my 3rd finger. Make sure not to go all the way to that 1st string though. So don't push it down like that, but so all in all you're just another brick in the wall. And then you do this figure. Okay? Then back to the F. All in all we're just another brick in the D minor. Then there's a break and the whole thing starts all over again. Then we launch into a solo in D minor. Great work! So let's talk a little bit about soloing and how you can play over this outro D minor vamp. The outro solo is just a big jam on a D minor chord. So I recorded in, just a little rhythm track playing D minor bar chord at the 5th fret, which you can do at home too, and then I'll show you a few of these sample licks that will get you started, getting into this lead stuff, because, Gilmore's really tearing it up here. D minor pentatonic. So here's the rhythm. Show you this first lick. Here it is again. Okay, so what I did there was I played the 13th fret on the 2nd string, then I pull off to the 10th fret on the 2nd string, then I play 12 on the 3rd string, first finger on 10 on the 2nd string, and then back to that 12 with a bend. So it's and then you do this epic launching point. It's one of the most overplayed rock cliches of all time, but it's still love it. So it's that 12 bend and then 10-10 with my first finger just kind of smushing across those two strings. And then you get out of that with a 13th fret bend on the 2nd string. So it's... Here's the whole lick. So if you have a little backing track, I mean, you don't have to do it at full speed at first. You can just kind of improvise with it, like... Shoot, I mean... And you can tweak with the rhythm, or you can work your speed up and play at 16th notes like how Gilmore does, like this. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, another great lick is he goes... And that's just epic rock, again, double stops with my first finger, barring 10 and 10 on the 2nd and 3rd strings. Do that twice, then come back to 12. And then go 12 with the 3rd finger on the 2nd and 3rd strings, back to 10. So I love that sort of just energy of that. So you can see how that works over the chord. You can put them together like this. Could do it a little better. Here we go. 1, 2. So those are just little morsels, little licks. Another good one is... So what that is 10 on the 3rd string with my 2nd finger pulling off to 9. Then 12, back to 9. 10 on the 4th string, sliding up a whole step. 12 on the 3rd string, and back to that 12. So let's try jamming with that one. Alright, well, I really hope this video lesson helps move your playing forward. For more information, you can click on the annotation on your screen or the iCard if you're on mobile, and you can check out some of the online courses. Alright, well, I'm John McLennan. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video lesson.